Alright guys, we listened back to the last episode.
Sounded
good. Everything was pristine. It was clean.
Very
and
clean.
It worked. It was very clean. I'm so fucking nervous with every episode of this show that I'm gonna ruin it somehow now. I'm gonna fuck something up. I'm just like, I need to set up the second monitor system so I can just watch it the whole time. So that I don't have to be fucking pissing my pants thinking that it fucking ended and that we cut off some beautiful rant or some healthy meme.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Just like everything else in life.
Yep. Didn't start off with the radio bit this time.
Aw.
Not sure, people still into it? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
They haven't heard
because,
90% of them because you haven't released
there's
these.
like 10 episodes in the stockpile. They'll
We
be
have
out
a
by the time you guys hear it.
backlog.
If you guys have heard this, obviously the
Clearly
episodes
you've
are
heard
out.
everything else.
But, if you were wondering why in the middle of January an episode came out where we're like, it's almost New Year's, and all this, and it's obviously
Vic is
fucking
real
a
good
long-ass
at
time ago.
scheduling.
It's because I kind of forgot to upload them a bunch of times, and then we recorded more, and I forgot again, and I was just like, you know what, let's just get a whole bunch together, so that when I inevitably forget to record again with you, then we'll have them, we'll have some sitting around. I don't want to fight those guys. Why am I going to fight those guys? Link's the fucking Highlander!
I mean...
He travels the world of Hyrule, looking for bitches to slaughter! He's a fucking Highlander! Anyways, guys, if you can't tell, today the
Flea and the Weeb.
the Highlander episode of The Flea and the Weeb came out. Fucking incredible masterpiece as always. Jesse's been slaying it, I might say. It's satisfying to see the way Jesse used my footage that was all just nonsense, like the interview where I interviewed everyone extensively and I didn't release any of it because I didn't feel like editing it and I didn't feel like they looked good enough. So they're just sitting there waiting to be used, and I don't even have copies of the shit anymore because my hard drive died. So Jesse is the only one with copies of 10 fucking interviews of everyone in the PCP talking about each other and stuff. They're decent interviews. And then he's using his interview footage in the best fucking way. Because he used it in the Munchie one, too, to have them all talking about Munchie while he's screaming, about niggers and stuff. And you're like, this is amazing. And, it's great. There was no direction by Jesse to get interviews of him, It's just a thing that happened that he's taking advantage of in the best way. Which is why Jesse's incredible, Like, when I zoom in on his face and he starts going on a rant about being the Highlander, and it's like, that wasn't planned in any way. I just saw that Jesse needed to, that something was coming. If I zoom in on Jesse, something funny will happen and he will make it work, he'll make it into something awesome.
Right.
And he did. With the Highlander, he just fucking slayed it. It was incredible.
Oh. It's beautiful.
He's a pro at, finding the narrative in things, there was an unintentional narrative to RadCon 2 of Jesse being depressed. That's what it was. That's how it felt when we were there. And I knew that, I tried to make the documentary to capture that as well. This is the arc of the descent into sadness that Conrad and Jesse go through while they're doing RadCon. And, Jesse's perfectly captured that throughout the arc of Cleve and the Weeb, That's the overarching plot, is Jesse is getting sad,
Right.
And it's probably going to end with him saying, I'm done with YouTube. I know that's what's coming, I think he's gonna be like, it's over, guys. The Flea for the Weave is over. I'm fucking leaving. I don't want to do this shit anymore. Because that's the direction that's the plot of the episode. It's there. It's what he's literally saying throughout. It seems like a joke, but that's who he is. That's how he feels, It's raw. It's real. The Flea and the Weave is... That's why Jesse's art is so magical, because it's not a guy setting out to make a point. It's a guy capturing what he is, he's showing you his state of mind and really bleeding out into the fucking things he's making. So it's like, even though it's fucking retarded and like nobody's gonna understand it or appreciate it, like the thought is there and the feeling, and he'll find like the perfect music to like give you this nostalgic sadness and make you in his world of just like depression. And the Queen stuff was just like excellent in the Highlander one, you know?
Yeah.
Or it's like, that is like the music from the movie, but the way he uses it in the context of the review and like showing himself, and then like showing Conrad getting a girlfriend and being happy, and then himself just being in a furnace room depressed, you know?
Yeah.
It's insane. It's perfect. It's beautiful. You can't make it up because it's real life.
Fucking piece of art.
It's fucking sad.
It certainly has some indescribable quality to it that I find quite endearing in a sad way.
Yeah, that's what Jesse does. Like he only a lo-fi artist can do that. You know, only someone who's really struggling and has no budget can like bring out that sort of rawness. No one who's like successful and like long established can give you like that kind of raw emotion, you know, because it's not in them anymore. Like the further an artist gets into their career and the further success they get, the less like raw feeling there is in their art most of the time.
Right.
You can agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Like usually
you could say it
with the
becomes,
director,
like,
their
practiced.
first movies are like the most, you know, deep, and then like it goes on, like they get less and less sort of over time, or they'll do like, you know, they'll do their masterpiece, and then it'll just kind of be like a bunch of, you know, working up, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's because they get too comfortable, they get too complacent. The emotions that originally inspired them aren't there anymore, you know? That's that Coheed struggle, where it's like Coheed and Cambria's albums, like, were all written when Claudio was young, you know? And then he gets older, and it's like, well, yeah, of course he's not going to be singing about this with the same level of emotion anymore, because he's an old guy now, and like he's already proven to himself what he can do. He's established in his
life.
Yeah, why would he still have the same emotion?
Right.
It's that art, man. That young art.
Art.
That's why Victor can't get inspired to write anymore. He's too goddamn happy. Too goddamn happiness is the bane of art. It ruins art. The minute what's his face said to Jim Carrey in that documentary where he's like, the guy who directed Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind first met with Jim Carrey, and he looked at him and he just said, "Oh, you are a broken man," and he said, please don't get better.
Yeah.
Please don't get better. Because he knows, you know, you gotta have that depression. I gotta put the ball on top of the cage, and then I gotta unlock it.
Yeah. Well, you know what that means, Victor.
What?
I have to die tragically.
Oh, yeah, I know that's the only way it'll... It's
the only way
Victor will ever make a movie. If Victor ever writes a movie, you know what happened.
I either have to die tragically or I have to leave you for a barista. You can take your pick.
I'd rather you die tragically.
Or you can pretend that I died tragically when in reality I left you for a barista.
That's true.
If that makes you
feel
better.
If you left me for a barista, I would pretend that you died tragically.
You just tell your family that I'm dead.
Yes, I'm just like, Hope
You're
is
like,
dead.
Hope actually fucking died.
She met a barista,
And
they
then
fled
she
to
died.
Mexico. That's the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
God
I
damn it,
literally
why am I
died.
struggling with this shit right now?
So guys, if you want to be good at art, don't get a girlfriend.
Yeah, don't get a girlfriend. Do your art first and then get the girlfriend. If you want to make anything good at least. Motherfucker!
Dude!
Get
hell
fucked!
Yeah!
Give
Can
me
you
a
just
fucking
stasis?
break.
I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, I can shoot an arrow at it.
Yeah, just pop him. Just pop him.
God fucking damn it. I feel like the controls are failing me right now. I'm not used to this unresponsive bullshit. Fuck this game. Neo is a masterpiece. Yeah!
There we go.
Get fucked!
There he
Yeah.
goes. Is that right?
I feel like there's a weird fucking... Gaming's got to this weird place of like unrefinedness where like I can go back and forth between how mad I am about the lack of temples in this game, but it's like when I play something like Neo that's so well crafted, like at every stage, and it never really dips dramatically, you know? It doesn't feel rushed, it doesn't feel unfinished, it feels like this is what they wanted to do, they set out to do it, they put an equal amount of thought into every aspect of the game, and like, you play something like this, and it just seems like why are there no dungeons? It's completely fucking arbitrary. Like, it only feels like they didn't have enough time, you know? Like, when you get to the end of the game, and it's just like, is it that hard? They've made dungeons in every other fucking game. Why are there no dungeons in this game? I don't understand, you know? Why couldn't they do it? Why couldn't they just give us, like... Why couldn't everything in the game be great, you know? It doesn't make any sense.
It's a hard life.
How come games used to be long and, like, every bit of it was incredible? Like, every level was great. And now it's like, well, you get games that are amazing, but, like, they'll be completely hit and miss at the same time. They'll be conceptually great, they'll work exceptionally well, they'll look amazing, but, like, it'll be just super hit and miss. I don't fucking know. Maybe I'm being a dick. Maybe I'm not making any sense at all. Maybe I'm just going on a rant.
There he goes.
Doesn't matter. How are you doing? You got a topic? I realize that I'm just drifting off into an abyss of like...
Victor is just... Whew.
I started yelling about one thing and then I started yelling about the next thing.
Yeah. Victor, this week we started watching some of this season's anime. Do you want to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, talk about the animes.
Yeah.
What are those about?
So, you know, we're watching, of course, Cardcaptor Sakura, which
yeah.
I'm enjoying. You know, it's pretty
dope.
good.
I mean, there's certainly the parts where you kind of lull out and you forget that you're watching anything.
Yeah.
But then it'll always be like, yeah.
Bad.
I do wish, like... I mean, I guess it's not the point of the show, but I wish the battles would go longer, you know?
Yeah, it's not a battle show.
Like,
so
I don't know how it was originally with the Card Boy battles, so I can't really judge it on that. Oh!
Some were more... Ooh. Whew.
Oh, he's really after me now.
Yeah, he's on your shit.
I thought I could...
Thought you could die?
Thought I could get around
Woo!
it. Yeah! The Link fidget spins off.
I mean, some episodes had a little bit more in the way of a battle, and some had less. It all depends on the card she was
so
trying
far,
to
it's like
capture.
you don't even really get to, like... You know, like, Yokai Watch will be, like, a monster of the week, and, like, it's all about the yokai every episode, you know?
Right.
And this one, like... Yeah, the card won't show up until the very end.
Yeah.
And then, like, you don't get to
you
know
don't really
anything
know
about
what the
them,
card is
you know?
about, which kind of sucks.
You don't get to know any kind of personality of, like, what monster this is or anything, you know? It's just kind of there and gone, like it's an added-on feature at the end, and it's really just about her eating lunch at school, you know?
Yeah, the cards had... this far, the cards have had a bit more personality in the first series.
Yeah. Maybe it'll change.
But,
you know, they're
who
just
knows?
Wetting their toes right now, focusing on the characters.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know where that's gonna go. But right now, having a good time. Not unhappy to watch it. It's still nice. It's a nice thing to just kind of chill and watch.
It's adorable.
It's quite cute.
That's kind of the idea, is that it's just really cute, right?
Yeah.
That's the general premise.
The whole idea
is
that you just hang out and you watch, you know, Sakura and Tomoyo be cute. And it's a good time. Everybody has fun. And then sometimes there's plot, and sometimes you work hard in Hong Kong, and sometimes you don't. It all kind of depends.
Sometimes you're just standing around because they realize they didn't have anything to do with your character after you're done working hard in Hong Kong.
Yeah,
you know?
so you're just chilling. Now. You're doing paperwork.
Now you're just around. Yeah, he's literally doing
he's
paperwork.
He's like, I can't join a club. I'm doing paperwork.
Guys, I can't hang out. I'm doing so much paperwork from all the work I was doing in Hong Kong.
Even though I'm fucking, like, 12 years old.
Could have done, like, you know, like a B plot about him, like, you go cut back and forth between Sakura and him in Hong Kong working hard, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe there's some intrigue there.
Also,
maybe that's where, like, the bad guy, the new bad guy is like some sort of creature they unleash in Hong Kong, and then that's why, like, it's some dark Chinese warlord that comes back from Hong Kong, and he makes all the new cards, and now they gotta stop those bad guys. But no, just, I'm just back from Hong Kong.
It was a little disappointing that they mentioned Mei Ling, but they don't even bother showing her, because Mei Ling was really important in the first series.
I didn't know there was a Chinese girl.
Mei Ling was originally engaged to Xiaoran, but then they ended up not being engaged anymore because clearly Sakura was like, nah.
The fuck do we even know about Xiao Pailan, Hope?
Xiao Pailan. I probably completely butcher his name, so whatever.
No, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm talking about a song.
No. I mean, the way I pronounce Xiaoran is probably
so every time I hear
abysmal.
Xiaoran, I think of Xiao Pailan, which is from Macross. It's one of Minmei's songs, because Minmei is the best. And one day we need to fucking watch Macross.
One day we'll finally watch Macross.
I get discouraged at the beginning because, like, the first episode to me is amazing and a masterpiece, but then I'm just like, yeah, it's just the mecha stuff and no one's gonna be into it. We watched the first episode like a couple times.
We've watched it twice.
And then, like, I know in my soul, like, I don't remember enough of what happens later, but I know in my soul that it gets really good. Like, I remember it being so good, but I can't trust myself enough. And I have such a fear that it's going to turn out to be dumb, But I don't know why it would. When I remember it being really good.
It's sometimes hard to go back to things that you remember being so good because you're afraid they won't be as good. I get that.
Yeah. Or that it'll be such a mecha thing that, like, no one would be into it. Like, I know with Gao Gaigar, like, if I watched it again, I probably wouldn't really like it much, Right. Because, like, I've kind of watched a couple episodes before, and it's like, it's just a robot show. Like, you have to care about robots to care about Gao Gaigar. You gotta like robots
a whole lot.
But, like, Macross is a drama, It was meant to be a space soap opera. Like, that was the original idea of it. So, like, I know that the characters are good and that there is good drama and, like, a good evolution of plot. I just gotta trust myself. And because it's it's longer, so, like, it's always hard to be like, oh yeah, just watch this thing, it's only gonna take us 37 episodes or whatever the fuck. Or 50 or however many it was. I don't think it was 50.
I was gonna say, I don't know, but
maybe shy of that. I can't remember quite, but it might be like a 26 episode arc and like a 13 episode arc. Because there's like, it shifts gears and then it has kind of a rushed second half to a conclusion.
Gear shifts.
Yeah. Yeah, like many anime does, It clearly has what was meant to be an entire, second arc of the show that was as long as the first, but clearly they were running out of time and the budget was shrinking, so they kind of have to get through it.
As does happen.
But good.
We watched Downton Abbey the anime.
Oh god. Fucking I don't even remember what happened. Like, what's the show called?
Violet Everclear.
Violet
Everclear, because it makes you want to get drunk to escape how boring it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's pretty fucking boring. It's gorgeous.
It
it's so gorgeous.
Pretty.
It's like the most Oscar bait anime ever made.
Fucking the main girl,
She's
I'd rather
intolerable.
just watch a bag of wet socks dry.
Yes, I would rather fucking lick a rock than fucking watch this fucking girl.
So boring and so retarded.
Yes.
Like
she has autism, guys. That's the character.
Scene where she's going home from the hospital. She's with this other guy who's in the military with her, and to be nice, he got her a stuffed animal, and he's like, "Oh, choose a stuffed animal," and she's like, I don't want it. And he's like, just fucking choose one, dude. I'm trying to be nice to you. And she's like, all right, I want the puppy. And so she takes the puppy from him, and then she fucking, like, puts it in her mouth like she's fucking 2 years old.
Yes, like she's a fucking retard. And what's sad is that that's probably the fucking selling point for most people. They probably see that and go like,
she's so fucking cute. She put that stuffed animal in her mouth,
balls fucking exploded. I came so hard when she fucking bit the ear of that dog. And it's like, this is retarded. This sucks ass. She's the worst character ever written.
Awful,
she's
and she's
boring and dumb and gay and lame.
Because here's the thing. Being retarded isn't a personality.
Yes.
It's not.
Not having a personality is not a personality. I was never a fan of Ray. I don't care for that kind of character.
Some
They're
stupid,
boring
quirky
and dumb.
bullshit. And you're deadpan? How cute.
Whoa, you're deadpan.
So moe.
And you're blonde. And you have robot hands.
And you have robot hands.
Like, I love the robot arms. Like, I love that idea,
dope,
you know? I love, you know, I can be down for the fact that she used to be like a fucking super soldier or whatever. Like, that's okay. That's anime shit, you know?
Yeah, whatever.
I expect this from anime. It's not super offensive. But fucking, she's boring as fuck.
So unbelievably boring.
Like, why spend so much time, so many great resources, great animators on this just boring shit?
Yeah.
But then everyone's gonna love it, and then it's gonna be like one of the most deserving of a fucking, you know, highest praise legendary anime for being the most beautiful thing ever fucking made. But like,
but it will be tragically boring.
And it's like, on the one hand, I'm glad because I feel like this is a thing that the studio is probably really interested in. You know?
Probably.
This is the kind of thing where you would only be making it with that level of quality if you really, really gave a shit about this story. So it's like, I'm happy that they're at this level where they can make a story that's so fucking boring, but they can make it anyways because it's what they want to do, you know? Like, I'm proud of fucking, Kyoto Animation for being able to make this if that's what they want to do, you know, because that's empowering.
Yeah.
To be like, we're a studio
make the most boring story in the fucking world.
And you guys can just eat shit if you don't like it. And I'm like, that's fine. I'm just not gonna watch it.
I just don't give a fuck.
You're
free to make it.
Just boring.
But it's boring. It's tragic. It's fucking tragic.
Schwam.
We watched Coco as well.
The Pixar movie?
What? No.
The fuck is Coco?
Coco
Which one is that?
Is the time stasis anime.
Oh, that's called Coco?
Yeah.
What's that actually called?
That's actually what it's called.
Just Coco?
It's Kokkou or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Not like the Pixar movie.
Yeah. I'm just like, Coco.
I could be misremembering it, but it's something to that effect.
I mean, maybe that's the shorthand, like the
no,
letters
that's
together.
like pretty close to what it's actually called.
And then it's actually like the real hidden title is like some fucking 10-word long anime bullshit.
Is it okay to fuck my little sister in time stasis, Deska?
True.
What do you think about Coco, Victor?
It's interesting. I'm very curious to see where it goes and like how its quality will hold up. Because like it's got this dope ass fucking sick ass time giant and that's super cool and like the ideas are dope and I like where it's going. And I'm just afraid that it will turn out to be retarded and that none of it will matter because it's not at the point yet where you can tell if it's going to be good.
What's going to come of it? Yeah. The Time Boy is fucking sick, though. One of the best uses of CGI I think I've seen in a long time.
Big fucking tree man Time Lord. He's sick.
So freaky and dope, and like when you see him, I thought what was really interesting is the way they positioned him where he's partially like inside of the building.
Yeah,
like
that was weird.
His left arm is inside of the building. And I thought that was a really interesting like place to put him.
I'm hoping that was not an error and that it's like because he is not of this world.
Because he just
like,
he is so just not anything that can be grasped by humanity, that he just does shit like that. And you're just like, fuck, okay.
He exists
cool.
in a different sort of reality.
He's dope.
That would be really cool if that is the idea.
But pretty interesting thus far.
Boom! Get fucked, buddy!
You dumb bitch! You dumb bitch!
Not gonna do that one because it's got a treasure chest on it.
Oh yeah, there you go. But it's pretty neat. I'm very interested if they keep evolving the stasis mechanics in a good way like they have been doing, it could be really neat.
Yeah.
Because I really like the rules they're setting up.
Yeah.
Where, like, people who are actually... The stalled is what they're called, at least in the subs we have. The people who are not moving around while time is stopped are protected by the big monster guy. Like, they can't be killed. But the monster guy clearly does not have a side, because the people who are moving around, anyone's fair game. You can murder any of them.
Yeah.
You can fucking murder a child. You can murder someone innocent. It doesn't fucking matter. Someone could get raped, and then he's not going to do anything about it. That's not his job. So it's a really interesting set of rules that they're building.
The coolest rule to me so far is that, like, if, like, each time stasis thing is sort of its own reality.
Yeah,
and then, like if you
piece
leave,
of cinema, like a film reel.
Yeah, then whoever's left in there is just in a different timeline. You know, they're just
in
gone.
a parallel
like, they don't exist anymore.
dimension.
Like, that's super
crazy.
fucking cool. Very curious to see what they do with that. Oh, goddamn, I killed myself with lightning. Fuck my ass.
Oh.
Fuck my ass. How far back did it send me?
That's an excellent question.
This game is really confusing on how often it autosaves.
Mm.
It could be like forever ago.
Or it could be 5 minutes ago. Who knows?
Could be like last time I left a shrine.
Yeah. But,
Fuck.
I
just won't run around as much.
Pretty neat show.
Pretty neat.
Pretty neat stuff.
It's promising. It seems like it's a new studio, and like they're trying to like be real edgy and like really do something different. So that could be cool.
Yeah.
It's got the motorcycle thing intro.
Studio.
What the fuck?
God damn! Get
I just got laid the fuck out.
Yeah, that guy was like, nope.
No fucking games played.
Get fucked, dude.
Yeah, the intro's super cool.
Yeah.
And the ending is cool too.
Yeah, the opening song of Coco I like a lot.
And then the ending, it's like, scantily clad main character girl. Hey! Guys, in case you didn't notice, in case you weren't keen because she's wearing too many clothes, she's hot as fuck, guys. Stick around. Stick around. You might get to see more. You know, we promise. She's fucking hot as shit. Don't.
Real
what the
cute. God.
Why does there's, I had like a speck of health left and then it went away.
Maybe eat something.
She cute though.
She
got them legs.
Yes, they're
them wonderful legs.
They
And then it's ending song. You're like, oh damn, oh shit, damn, damn.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Nothing's hotter than cute girls who aren't trying to be hot, but are ridiculously hot. Ugh.
We also watched a show about rain.
Oh yeah. When the rains rain.
When the wolves rain. When
the cicadas rain.
Yes, when the cicadas rain. When the seagulls rain. There's a lot of rain.
Yes, there's rain. What's that show actually called?
I think it's called After the Rain?
Yeah, something like that.
It's like koi, wa, ame, gabadabadurp, Japanese words that I don't remember.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. It was cool.
It's the kind of show that I think has a special appeal to someone like me.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it's ridiculously relatable.
The basic premise of the show is there is this high school girl. She's working at, one of the fucking, like, family diners that's in Japan. And, she is in love with her boss, who is just, like, he's just
some
a dumb Oyaji old guy.
Just some dumbass
He's just
old
some
guy.
Dad. He's not super cute.
Anyone's
he's just some
dad.
fucking dad. But at first, the first episode, I was like, he's not even cute. What's the fucking deal with this? But then, what they set it up.
He's gonna be cute. Like, that's the whole
set it up
point.
like this. So, the main character runs track and field. She gets an injury and she has surgery or something along those lines, and she can't run anymore. So, she's clearly very depressed.
Which is great because they don't explain it. They just
show you.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful.
They show you that she has a scar on her
No one,
back foot.
walks up to her and goes, "How's your injury, so
wow,
and so?
Rumiko,
are you
sure
sad you can't run track and field?"
Yeah.
Like,
it's just like,
shut the fuck up, dude.
You see that she's watching the track runners and she's sad. Later in the episode, you see that there's a scar on her heel.
Exactly.
And you put two and two
and you
together.
go, oh, okay, got it.
Wow.
And so you quickly in like the second episode you're shown why it is that she's picked up this job at this cafe, and it's because after she.
That was the second episode. That was just later in the first episode.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought we watched the second episode.
No, we only watched one.
Damn, that much happened in the first episode.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They got shit done.
God damn. But they set it up that she's gone to this family cafe and she's just kind of moping. She obviously feels super shitty, and she's getting ready to leave. And the Oyaji guy comes over and he gives her a black coffee, and he was like, it's too sad to see you sitting here. At least have this coffee. Yeah. And she just kind of looks at him like, yeah, whatever, dude. And he's like, oh, do you not like black coffee? And he does this fucking dad trick where he like does a little he shows that his hand is empty, and he like turns his hand over and does this little motion and flips it back over, and like a little thing of creamer rolls onto his hand, and he like puts it on the table and he smiles like he's so fucking clever. And it's just like, and she looks at him and she's like, shit. And that's like
instantly
it clicks,
in love.
and I'm just like, oh my god, okay, this is an anime for hope. This is the anime for hope.
Smitten you, goofy old men doing stupid magic tricks.
It's so fucking relatable. Like me in high school, because you can. They also established that like she clearly sees all the high school boys around her as being a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Because they are, and it's just like. That was me in high school. I totally understand that. Like, being completely disinterested in all of the guys around you. Yeah. Being just like, I could not give a fuck about any of you. And then, there's just some sort of latent charm and just, like, the dad magic trick, and he's just trying to be genuine and, like, cheer you up. He's not getting anything out of it, He's just doing it and being just a fucking goof.
Absolute
And it's
sincerity.
just so charming that it's like, yeah, I could have seen myself being in that situation in high school.
You would have done the same fucking
I'm fucking
thing.
depressed,
Nice.
and some fucking Oyaji dipshit comes and fucking does a magic trick and gives me a cup of creamer for my fucking coffee. That I'd just be like, yeah, I could see that. That would be me. I get it. Yeah. I totally fucking understand.
Guys, this is how women work. Take some fucking notes.
It's 100% just like, yeah, this is the most realistic thing I've ever seen. Because this would have been me in high school.
We were just saying that at the screen the whole time, just like, yup.
Yeah.
This show gets it.
This would have been me in high school, absolutely. Very, very fucking real. I can completely understand all everything going through this girl's head. And her friends are giving her shit because they're like, oh, there's a cute sports boy in high school, and she's just like, whatever. And they're like, oh, what do you like, older men? And they're like giving her shit about it, and she's just like,
It's like, why would I give a shit about these fucking tools? Like,
it's just
God.
like, man, I fucking get it, dude. I was there. I get it.
I was there.
That was, God,
I know.
the right fucking scenario. It's just like, yeah, I get you.
I like how I fucking baseball batted that
dude
dude
just
down
fucking home run him right off that shit.
I really wanted his weapon, but fuck that shit.
Well, bye. Not anymore.
Yeah.
So, if you were ever a girl in high school who hated all the boys around you, watch this show, because you'll
I would say, like, I've always known about your liking of older guys, and, like, as a high school boy, you don't understand it, you don't get it. You're just like, oh, well, what's wrong with me? I'm just not old enough, and then it's like, as an adult, I completely fucking get it. Yeah. Why would any intelligent girl ever date a guy in high school? They all suck. Yeah. Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you date me in high school? I was terrible, No one in high school should be dating anyone because they're all stupid fags. So, like...
It's just... There's something very appealing, even if it's just an illusion that, like, an older guy like that is, more sincere and and sweet, because you don't get that in high school guys. You get their fucking dumb shitty attitudes, and you're just like,
their self-importance and their
I don't want to fucking do. Yes, the try-hardness.
Their obvious
is what kills me.
Interest in themselves over you.
It's definitely an ego thing, and the ego thing is a big part of what makes it like, I don't want to fucking deal with you. Yeah. It's so just like, so tedious. And then on top of that, they made the perfect choice.
Did I not do that shrine? Oh wait, that's a different one. Okay.
I was gonna say what?
Yeah, okay.
They made the perfect choice of choosing the guy who was also the voice actor for Kotetsu and Tiger and Bunny to play the Oyaji. Because he is the Oyaji. Like, they fucking got it. They knew who they were targeting. It's just like, yeah.
You don't make a show with this premise without knowing what you're doing.
This is a show for people like Hope. For sure.
A shoujo.
I don't know that anyone else in the world will appreciate this show as much as I do. Sorry.
Ah, goddamn! I couldn't switch the controls of this game. Suck so much I couldn't switch my bow out. I was like trying to. You have to hold R to get to the bow menu. Son of a bitch! Oh god, how far back? How far?
Here we go.
Does it save after?
Here we go.
Treasure chest.
And then I kind of saved the best for last. What was the most recent thing we watched?
It was the trigger one, right?
Darling in the Franxx.
Darling in the... Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling and the Franxx.
Yeah.
I always want to say Darling and the Franxx, but I don't think that's the title.
Darling and the Franxx is a folk band.
Is it?
No, but you believed me, didn't you?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I? Sounds like a folk band.
Yeah, that's why. But what did you think about? I shared a bunch of thoughts about the last show. What did you think about Darling and the Franxx?
I mean, it seems like it could be cool. I hope it is cool. I'm very afraid because like this show seems every bit like it's made by Trigger and A1.
Right.
And it seems equally both Trigger and A1 so far. Like, it seems equal parts both. So, like, it could either be a masterpiece or it could be absolute garbage. I don't know. I can't really tell from the first episode.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of good ideas there, but, like, will they be capitalized on? I don't know. Is it actually going in the direction I think it's going? I don't know. It seems like, it's going to be an intense character drama looking at sort of a romance and male-female dynamic while piloting mechs, and like that could be really cool. But then the main character also seems like he could be Kirito and just be absolute shit, and like that would suck. Like if he turns out to be a fucking god boy and he's ultra powerful, like he's already has some sort of like he's gonna be the guy who can pilot the mech with her the best for absolutely no reason, and it's like. The reason should be because they have wonderful chemistry together and, like, that's their soul bond or whatever. But then it could be that he's just a powerful fag, I don't know what direction they'll go with it. And I want to be optimistic, but I gotta be really skeptical going into it.
You gotta temper your optimism, I get that.
Because it seems like the kind of first episode where everyone would obviously flip out about it and, like, you're excited about it before it's even released. So, like, I don't want to jump the gun and be like, yeah, it seems great, and then just be so fucking disappointed by how shitty it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's the modern-day Eureka 7 that I want it to be, It's got a similar vibe, similar feel, similar, like, obviously weird sci-fi plot that's probably not going to make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
But, it could be cool. I hope it is. I hope it's 26 episodes and not 13 episodes, There's a lot of factors that could go into this being a masterpiece or not being a masterpiece.
Very valid.
Because it's like, what? Oh, now it's only 12 episodes. So, we're not really going to develop anything that much. We're not really going to have a deep plot and deep characters. We're going to kind of put the tip in. Leave you hanging. Or it could be the next fucking Kill la Kill. It could be awesome. I don't know. The main girl seems like she could be great if she's not one dimensional.
Yeah.
But she shows a lot of promise in the first episode at the end, where it's like, okay, this seems like there's more to her, than meets the eye. But like, she could suck if done wrong.
Right. She's a very Anemone-esque character.
Yes.
But I really like Anemone, so that's
Anemone's
not a bad
amazing,
thing.
Because she's done wonderfully, and she has nuance to her, and reasons for the way she is in a good romance dynamic and stuff.
Because like I've explained to you, Anemone and Dominic were definitely one of my favorite things about Eureka 7. So if it's something along those lines in a similar kind of feel, I'll definitely be on board.
And we should rewatch Eureka 7. Because it would be dope. And then you'd be like, oh wait, it turns out Holland is the best character.
I doubt that. I don't like Holland's shitty attitude.
And see, that's why we need to rewatch Eureka 7, because that's how I felt when I was... remember the fact that you were a kid when you watched Eureka 7? And then when you go back into it, everything will be different.
Everything is different.
Because when I was rewatching it, I related the most to Renton when I was 14 watching Eureka 7, because that's the intended audience of the show.
Were 14.
And then, I was rewatching it, I must have been, in college or something when I was rewatching. I only ended up rewatching, 28 episodes or something.
Right.
But, I realized that Holland is, by far the best character and, has the most going on. It is, really interesting. It is, the perfect foil for Renton, who is a shit brat, he's fucking terrible. And it's oh, I didn't get it because I was a child. And now I get it because I'm an adult. So I now relate more to the adult character than I do to the child character. Wow.
Yeah.
It's almost like this art has different meanings depending on how old you are.
Holy shit.
It's almost like things
It's almost
can
like
change.
your perception changes.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But then it's it's a coming-of-age story. I don't think that this new one is going to be a coming-of-age story. It doesn't really feel that way so far.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if the main character... If the idea is that the main character sucks now and that he's going to change in a big way. Because he's not shitty in the same way that Renton's shitty, Renton is immature. This guy doesn't feel like they're portraying him as immature.
Yeah.
They portray him as, being the guy who's kind of more woke than everyone else, that's the impression you get.
Yeah, from
he's
his
been
monologue at
from
the
the perspective of I don't like that he's narrating from the end of the story, so he's giving you this sort of oh, this is the dark stuff that's going on, and it's I don't know, because then it sounds like at the end of the story you're still gonna suck,
Right.
Are you gonna change? I don't know. Are you gonna get better? Who the fuck knows? Or are you just this same bland main character that we get all the time now, who's just
too powerful and too perfect.
The era of the coming of age story has ended because now the main character has to be too perfect,
Yeah.
Kids don't want to accept the fact that they suck
that they're
and that
fucking
they need
shitty kids.
that they need to grow up. They want to act like they're already grown up,
Yeah.
and even though they're fucking not and they're idiots. I don't know. Well, let's go do that one.
Any more thoughts about Darling in the Franxx?
You share some thoughts.
I kind of talked about it a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems dope. It seems
really
like it's a great blend of fucking Star Driver.
Yeah.
And Kill la Kill and all these shits. All these great artistic influences coming together to make something that I'm not sure is gonna be good, you want it to be good because you see so much good there. You see
you see the potential.
Super cool dinosaur Pacific Rim monster.
I was gonna say, I love the Klechosaurs. Yeah. They look fucking sick. I think they're dope.
The premise is pretty cool. It's basically fucking Simone mixed with fucking the Star Driver and Aquarion. There's some fucking Aquarion in there, and you're just this is everything. This is the ideas from everything all together.
I like the use of the flower terminology, the stamen and the pistil. That's really interesting to me.
Because it's sexual,
that's neat.
Yeah. The flower has...
a sexual connotation
Those are
to
actual sexual parts of flowers. So it's it'd be cool if they really went into the sexuality angle, that feels
and I mean,
like
they
what
have
it's
done
going
that
on about.
a little bit even in the first episode.
Yeah. Because there's the compatibility stuff, it's all about
even
romantic
with
compatibility
the kissing
and
and whatnot,
yeah.
that already that's already something that had happened.
Yeah.
So
that could be really cool.
Maybe
if
they'll
that's
get into
where
it.
they're
Maybe
going
they
with
won't. I don't know.
I don't know who the director of it is or anything. All I know is that it's Trigger and stuff,
Trigger and stuff.
And I don't know, cause I like the Star Driver. Obviously, it's got the same mecha designer as Star Driver. There's no question. There can't be anyone else fucking designing this shit. It looks exactly the same as the Star Driver stuff. But then, Star Driver also kind of sucks. So,
bit.
I don't know if, the involvement of those guys is helping me here.
It's a great
thing. Because, I loved Star Driver, but Star Driver isn't good.
It's not good.
I love it for what it is, but what it is not amazing. Unless the movies really ruined it that much, but like I doubt that they were that different. They were kind of just recuts of the show.
Yeah.
But I remember we watched the movie. I was just like, man, this was probably never good at all.
Yeah, it probably
like this was dumb.
In retrospect, was not. As
the battles are super neat, and like the aesthetic of it is cool, and the music with the fighting is cool and stuff, and like the Utena-esque angle of it is cool, but then it's just like not good.
But yeah, other than that,
it's pretty corny.
It is very corny. But yeah. So of course, keep in mind we've only watched like 1 to 2 episodes of all of these shows, so things could change drastically.
So like none of it matters.
But those are just some initial thoughts, just if you want our initial opinions.
And we watched the Eric Andre show anime.
Yeah, we already talked about Pop Team Epic.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Memes?
Memes.
Oh, you think this episode's over?
Yes, it definitely is.
Definitely
We've been going on for about 40 minutes.
Alright, we're doing good. Shit.
Pop Team
I mean, I guess we could have stopped it when we started talking about anime.
Yeah, I think I don't know how far in we were when I started bringing up anime.
Yeah. We probably weren't that. I mean, we've been talking about anime for a long time.
Anime. I'm
gonna get to the top of this thing, and then we'll leave on a cliffhanger going over that little island there.
Anime pussy.
Oh wait, you're supposed to go up the coast and then go through a little maze, so we're gonna do that. Anyways, next time on Digibros,
who's the plebe and who's the weeb?
We'll be hanging out.
Just hanging out.